Should we take our glasses off? We're not hungover, everybody. Okay, hopefully you're able to hear us. We are live this afternoon now. It is now 1 minute past midday for the Really Woke Show live. My camera keeps unplugging itself. We're up against it with the technology. Good stuff. We're really woke and we're here with you. It's Saturday afternoon now, 1 minute past 12. Dolly, where are you?
Me at home. What?
Where about in the UK are you?
Manchester. Well, Stockport.
Double, whereabouts are you?
I'm off the west coast of Africa.
Where are you, darling? Wow. Wow. Would everyone like to know where I am? Can anyone guess where I am? What did we say the last time we were live? We said that we were going to be live from the camper. Now, the question is, do the viewers know where the camper is? Can you see some people outside there? They look like they're really interested.
Oh, who's that? Who's that in the background? Who is it?
A couple of people there, a couple of people. Let's just go to a little single cam here. See if we can show everybody what's in the background.
Oh, look. It appears to be perusing information.
It does appear to be that way, doesn't it? It appears to be that they are looking over some information and somewhat informing themselves on what in fact is the truth.
I recognize.
Would I be right? Do you?
Who is that?
So someone's got. I recognise that chap. That chap is vaguely familiar. Oh, him, not you. Him. You've got to love it. You've got to love it.
Sorry, that's me.
So, I can hear my laugh again. That was lovely.
Yeah, that was me trying to get in the show.
That was a dirty laugh. So to all the viewers, my apologies for that dirty laugh. I don't know where that laugh came from. I know it was like mwah, 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 mwah. So I want to give a shout out to the chat room so far. We've had a bit of a ropey start this morning. I've been going from 3G to 4G to 3G, and I've not been having the best of luck with getting an internet connection, but we're here. Jennifer Winterburn sending everyone lots of blessings. Hello to you, my darling. David Scriven in the chat room. Massive shout out to you. Without question, without question, Global Tour has begun. Great to see the peeps back on the ground again. Massive shout to you, without question. Thank you very much for your comment. And Amanda Panda, hello, my darling. And Waxman, shout out to Waxman. Waxman was right. Roxanne is in the Isle of Wight. Did that rhyme?
He's right. She's in the Isle of Wight. He's right. He's right. She's in the Isle of Wight. Go on.
That's the truth. That is the
truth.
What
part of the Isle of Wight are you in?
Newport, Isle of Wight. Newport. We're in the lovely sunny town of Newport.
Newport Pagnell.
Is that what it's called? I just heard Newport.
No, but why is that? I've got this name Newport Pagnell in my head. What? I don't know what that is.
Why have you got that? That's random. That's random. Graham Dunlop, massive shout to you. Tommy Rogers, thank you so much for tuning in. GMCDXX, what up to you, my darling? Rachel Pixie, big hugs and kisses to you. James Breeden, hello, my darling. Ryan F.E. Phillips, thank you so much for being in the chat room, and for everyone that's watching, and for everyone that's interacting in the chat room. We've got some bits and pieces for you. A lot has happened this week. There's a lot that's happened. There's some of it that we can't be very specific about who and what, because some people want to stay anonymous, right? But if you see our thumbnail, you would see that we have had some delicious artwork done for us. Amazing. And I don't know about you, but that's blown me away. Absolutely blown me away. So I'm hoping you've all liked having a look at that. I know we couldn't get the whole image on the thumbnail. We will endeavor to do that after the video. And Red Eye Jedi as well. Massive shout out to Red Eye Jedi in the chat room. Why is it just on me? I'm so hogging.
I've just said I was going to say, why are we just not connected?
You are such a camera hog. Do you know that, Roxanne? God.
Hogging the camera.
Honestly.
I was like, why have you stopped working?
Bad.
The camera is your friend.
It's bad. Do you know what? I zoomed into me because I was showing off you two and then I forgot. I have to like do the editing as I'm going with this. It's like I forget. So it's a really good show with myself, DollyDayDream, and 007, and we're here live this morning.
Finn, by the way,
and to anyone who has visual on us right now, who are these people? We've got these lovely people here. They're with us today on the Globe Live Tour. Yeah, one of the co-hosts is going. I actually recognise one of them. Yep.
That's
We've got eyes on you. Eyes on you. And in the chat room, massive shout out to everyone in the chat room. We've got 2 people that were involved in last year's Globe Live tour and 2 people that are involved in quite a lot of the truth that's going on just now. We've got the lovely Ian and the lovely Lisa with us on the tour bus today.
I think the lovely Ian's a bit of a stretch.
I like the lovely Ian. I'm calling you the lovely Ian, whether you like it or not. We've got Dolly saying hi to you. We've got Double saying hi.
Hi guys. Hi everyone.
Hey.
And the weather's looking good so far, isn't it? We look like we're going to have a good day out there.
I think we're going to go and wake some people up. I think.
Yes. We're going to get some people wide awake. Wide awake. So
I'm going to leave you now, though.
no worries, no worries. So with you, Double, with you, Dolly, can you give me... Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, just keep prompting me. Just keep prompting me. I'm so sorry. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys hog it for a bit, yeah.
Let Dolly hog it. Let Dolly hog it. She's much
go on, Dolly.
No, you know who will be hogging it?
Now there's some visual chewing gum. Sorry,
Who will be hogging it?
Sorry.
Who will be hogging it if they hear?
Little legs, little legs, little legs.
So if anyone hears a noise in the background, it is little legs.
Little legs. He's such a little cutie.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out you.
You know what they say is speak of the devil and he shall appear. You know, he's quiet at the moment. He's quiet in the background.
Yeah, let's keep it that way. Yeah, what have you done?
He's watching The Wizard of Oz.
Ooh. Oh, do you know what I started watching? And I thought
I'm not hogging the camera.
We have to watch this. I thought we have to watch this together. It's on Netflix. Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Rich needs to go up in a 3 because we're having the cut across Rich's face.
Right, sorry, I'm getting a bad connection. You're all just breaking up for a second. Say that again, babes.
We need to go in a 3. A 3.
Oh, all right. Let's do that. Let's do that. There you go.
At the bottom. Yeah, and the thing goes over his face.
There we go.
Not a bad
there we go.
It's really this obstruction of my face is not bad. There we go. It's cool, man.
Now we've both got to do is look at Dolly in the middle.
Which way have I got to look for that?
Oh yeah.
So Dolly, tell me.
White face.
Yeah. What, Rich? It's the opposite way for me.
Yep.
Right.
Poke you in the head.
Oh, I believe I do have some white paste. Would you guys like to see where Jason is right now? Come on. You know you want to. Right, so
We see this tour bus, don't we?
Can you see legs?
It's been run over. Oh no. He's had an accident.
He looks like he's been run over.
Oh no, help.
He does actually look
And
like
don't forget, Roxanne, we are superheroes on the cartoon, so let's save the day.
Can you see him?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You need to
say hi, Jace.
Photograph.
Hi, Jace.
Hi.
Hey, Jace, how you doing, man?
Right. We've done this before, haven't we?
Okay, guys, you're getting some behind the scenes for the Globe Live tour right now. What happened when we got off the ferry, Jace?
It went kadunk.
It went kabump. And Jason then manhandled it. Well, that's a story for another time. That's a story for after 9 o'clock at night, after the watershed. But as you can see here, we have the lovely Jason of the Disbury fixing the Globe Live camper, as we've already had a few teething issues. But nevertheless, he's on the job, he's fixing it, and we will be back on the streets briefly. So it's given me some time to come back to the camper to do this live stream because I wasn't getting the signal I needed elsewhere. In fact, look, we can show you the back here. Got a nice extra bedroom here, should someone need some accommodation for the evening. We're able to put an airbed in here and make it very comfortable for someone to have their own private sleeping arrangements. So that's a good look. And yeah, Jason's going to be under there for a little minute. Hopefully me standing on the step and going back on is not going to be a problem. And here we are back on the bus. So that is what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm hoping you appreciated seeing that because these are the things that happen while we're on the road. And I can tell you this much. If it was just me, I would be calling the breakdown people, because I can't do that stuff that he's doing. Not because I wouldn't know where to start. I'd need some kind of training manual.
Yes,
Or, do you remember back in the day where you used to get the Haynes manual out? Do you remember the Haynes manual days? And you'd get the old
You could. All right.
Mate, I did the tappets on my XR2i once, and that was about as far as I went.
I rebuilt.
That was a lot.
I rebuilt my Nissan Micra engine. The head gasket went. The pistons were bent on, and like I think it was 4 of the pistons were bent, and so we had to strip the head off, reseat, put new pistons in, reseat them, have the head skimmed, and then put the engine back together again. And me and my mate Dancy did it, and because he was doing engineering, motor mechanics at the local Renault garage.
Ooh.
He did really well for himself.
Yeah,
he did really well for him. Yeah, I was really proud of him when I met him years later and saw what he'd done, with his life. Because my mum was really, he's only going to be a motor mechanic, and I was going to be a whatever, And it turned out that he was so much more successful, man. He did so much more with his life. He ended up being the head mechanic of like the whole bloody region, and now he owns about 4 houses or something, and he's got he's got himself a little empire going now. He's got that's it, antiques. He's restoring antique furniture. He's gone from that to now he's restoring antique furniture. He's doing well though. Sorry, I've digressed totally.
You're all right. I'm just having some connection issues. What I was going to say is, if that happens while we're live, just
can't hear. Ross.
Yeah. One sec. Yeah, can you tell everyone that I'm going to I'm going from 3G to 4G, so just tell them.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
all right. Yeah. Just tell Double I'm going to come out and come back in again.
Yeah. Rox is just going to go out and come in again. Disconnection problems. Adjustment bureau. One's coming in the background now. Oh God. Chucking his toys about. Finn, quietly.
No, I'm going to be loud.
He's going to be loud. He said he's not being quiet. He's going to be loud. I'm going to be loud. You are not telling me what to do. Don't control me. He's growling in the background.
That's me.
You're not the boss of me. Then if you want to come and say hello, you need to come and say hello. Get it out of the way. No?
I need one of them to talk to us.
Can you just talk in there? Can you talk in there?
Rick!
Hello, mate.
No, talk in there.
Rick!
Fist bump.
No, you know Ryan?
Yeah.
You know Ryan?
Yeah.
There was a Ryan magazine at Buzzard, and I watched it.
Really?
It's the thing he watches, and he got the magazine at the top. Yeah, it was
At
amazing. Yes.
What is it, Ryan?
Right. Yeah, Ryan. So can you say hi to everybody?
I'm going to smash
Can you say hi to everybody? Finn?
That's nice.
Finn. Look. It's 15 minutes of fame. Are you saying hi?
Hi, Finn.
No, you've not. No, yeah. Right. Are you going playing with your toys?
No.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Mum, I've got a better idea. I'm just going to take over the show. Just going to do what Finn does best.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Go on yourself, Finn. No worries.
Right.
So,
I can't hear Rox.
What do you mean you can't hear me, bruv?
I can't hear.
Really? All right. Can the chat room hear me?
Maybe
okay,
I'll go out
chat room.
again.
Okay, no worries. All right, can the chat room hear me? Can you hear me, Dolly?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So, all right, that's all good as long as the chat room can hear me. So, we are here today. We're going to talk to you about what's gone on down the last week, because a lot of things have happened. And I don't really know where to begin, Dolly, to be honest with you. We've seen and looked at so much this week. What stuck out for you? predominantly. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries, no worries.
Oh, the whole the royal family, isn't she? No, what's going on there? I can't even think. Adjustment bureau's coming in again.
No worries, no worries. So for me, the main thing that I've seen come out this week is that we've now had the publicisation of whatever that word is of Prince Andrew. Oh yeah, hello, double. Yeah, I see, bro. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I had to stream. I think. Sorry, bro. So sorry. Yeah. So the main thing with me this week is I've seen the implication of Prince Andrew and a few other royals, and it's not a little bit of hearsay. It's not a couple of misinterpreted, reports. The floodgates, as far as that information is concerned, there is definitely opened, and then we've seen major distractions going on as a result of that. We've seen Amazon rainforest, the fires in Amazon. What's everyone's take on that? Because I saw Jaren doing a nice little bit of content on that last night as well.
I see it a bit like if it is a fire, obviously it's been purposely done, and then you get all the celebrities out going, well, global warming. Yeah, what the fake global warming.
But I'm thinking climate change, right? So let's just get a show of vote.
Hang on.
Climate change, in the sense that we've been taught. In the sense that we've been taught, it is. Press one in the chat room if you're genuinely under the guise of what we're taught about climate change and you agree with it. Press 2 if you don't. If you would walk out of a climate change talk. Because see me, I'm number 2.
I'm not.
I'm number 2.
No, I say climate change is absolutely, definitely happening. As they say, it's happening. It's because of things that have been done by the humans, by the human race. But it's only been accelerated by what they've been adding to the.
But don't you think we should class that as criminal damage to Earth, not climate change?
Yes. No. It's bloody criminal. It's assault. It's physical assault.
Because can we prove that it is changing the climate? Even if we are doing damage, can we prove that we're changing?
I'll tell you what. I can prove through observation of actually being here for 4.5 years that when I arrived here 4.5 years ago, there were no chemtrails sprayed over the island. We used to get the chemical clouds come in, and I recognised the chemical clouds from in Portugal because Portugal was very heavily chemtrailed. Right, there were chemtrails all the time in Portugal, but in here there weren't until 2 years ago, and I started seeing the first ones, and then it got really heavy, and since that happened, the weather's changed here, and now it's like this. There should be a blue sky. It should be 35 degrees. It should be beautiful today, because that's what the weather's like in the Canary Islands all the time. But no, not the last 2 years. It's changeable. The weather's changeable. And
I'm seeing a lot of interesting interactions in the chat room as well.
And it's undeniable more than
quite a few people agree.
It's man-made, isn't it? Everything's it's man-made.
We've got Rachel Pixie, David Scriven, Red Eye Jedi, Amanda Panda, Flat Earth Trav, David Reed. Few people in the chat room pressing number 2 as well. JP press 2. Tommy Rogers says AI is controlling the weather. Waxman, your pops. He says, Daddy Wax says, let me get it down there. Sorry, pops. 1 sec. Some of the fires of the Amazon, some of the pictures of the fire in Amazon are over 20 years old, yeah?
Exactly, because you put it on the media and everyone just thinks,
putting up pictures that are a couple of decades old and that.
Yeah.
I've heard that I can't remember who it
Ian
was.
and Jason, what's your take on climate change? Do you think it's legit? Climate change is a lie.
If anything, it's a cyclical event.
Yeah.
It's something natural within our enclosed system, I think.
Personally. A natural system within the enclosed place we live in.
Or it's complete.
Yeah, complete bullshit. Just asking. I'm doing a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I'm asking the audience. Phone a friend. Phone a friend.
Yeah, talking about the Amazon fires, though.
Yeah.
Who was it that was saying in the last couple of days that they're a hoax.
Something like that.
Sea levels haven't risen
Go on, bruv,
a
go on.
single centimetre
I
Yeah.
remember as a kid that everything was much hotter. As
Do you
a
know-
kid,
do you know engineering?
summers were fantastic.
Summers were more
it was always
reliable.
hot. It was we had
Summers were more
what's it?
reliable.
It was never rained when I was a kid. It was just
Yeah,
like,
do you remember the long summers that we had as kids?
Like-
There
Yeah.
was always summer.
Can you all hear Jason? Can you hear him?
Yeah, Queen Hedges, yeah.
Yeah,
There
agreed.
was always a summer.
Agreed.
What-
Yeah.
Hot, blue skies, hot summers,
But what
bright
if these
sunshine.
flowers,
Mm.
what if these Amazon fires are
no
fake?
chemtrails back then.
What if they're not? What if there aren't these Amazon fires aren't what they're saying? What
No.
if they're not-
They
They're
put an
saying-
image
A lot of
out
them are
years
controlled,
ago and
aren't they?
everyone believes it.
It's ridiculous. There's been 9,000 fires, 9,000 different
a lot.
fires.
That is a lot.
I can't see it because I'm not over there, so
One
Mm.
man.
it's like the moon, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the
I
official
put them
story.
myself,
One man,
so.
one man with his blowtorch.
And that's what I'm saying. When you're looking at some of the reports, you can see that they're controlled fires. And not only
No, the
that,
only way
people on the
out
ground aren't
of it.
corroborating what the MSM's saying. People on the
Do you
ground are
remember
not
the
corroborating what the
video when they
MSM's
showed
saying.
the warship going to Iran or whatever
Yeah.
a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
That was a really
Yeah.
fuzzy picture because it was an old video. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, look at this warship. It's like that's not today. You can tell
No.
it was today, but everyone will believe it because it's an image. It's that image going back to images again, put on the TV, and everyone's just like, "Oh, I've seen it on the TV, therefore it must be real." And it must have been from now, and actually, it's not.
Correct. Correct. What's your take, Double?
Arwin, what's basically there are so many events that they. Right, I think there are times when there have been legitimate things that have happened in the past. They've had nobody on the ground there to deal with it, to report on it, and they've had no images, so they've used stock footage, right? And they realised that that works so well that they just use stock footage with stuff now, and they'll report whatever they want. They report whatever they want, whatever narrative they want to push, they'll push it,
Yeah.
and they'll use stock footage to do
Of
it,
course, they will.
or CGI, because there have been allegations that it's CGI. A lot of
Just
it.
I think in Hollywood, what they're good at.
There you go. All
Oh,
day
what?
long.
Do you know the moon?
All day
and all
long.
that? Yeah.
All
When
day
you've
long.
got all the stock footage, all you need is stock footage of that type of forest burning. In fact, has anybody had a look and analysed the trees that are burning? Do they look like it's actually in the Amazon? Is it, you know? And
The Cali fires really didn't burn, didn't burn the trees around it, burnt the houses down though,
there
didn't
you
it?
go. That's another thing, right?
From
So
smart meters.
there's
or whatever it
these fires going off. There's these fires going off that are burning all the trees, right? But why isn't anybody going, wow, look, there's trees burning, but why didn't the trees burn in the Cali fires? Why didn't they?
Because it wasn't a forest fire.
There you go.
Smart
Well-
lasers, or smart meters.
Direct energy weapons.
Yeah.
What we have to do? all
Which
we
would
have
make
to-
sense at how they're weaponizing the
If anything,
skies. They're weaponizing the skies. If you look at, and I don't mean space, just understand the word space I'm talking about. See the space around me. See the space around me. So see if I was to say I'm standing in the middle of the Sahara Desert and the space around me is vast.
the living, breathing
The
waters.
space on the plane around me is vast. If you start weaponizing the space on the plane around people, then we've got a problem. Now we've got a problem when we've got things nuking things and leaving plastic slides in place, but leaving bricks incinerated. Like,
Right.
you know, when they say this is microwave safe, it's like, come on.
If you look at oh God, what's she called? It's not Amazing Polly, but she does a lot of stuff and uses Amazing Polly, and Amazing Polly has referenced her as well.
Right.
She did an analysis of the California fires where she was speaking to firemen that went in there, and they were taking pictures where they were saying like the wheel hubs of cars were melted. Cars melted. And they basically
Weapons.
if you put a bit of plastic in a microwave and you put a bit of metal in a microwave, which one's going to burst on?
Shelley Lewis was telling us about that as well. She did a big thing.
It's the
No,
metal.
she knows what's up.
And all the trees where the core has burnt out, well, that's from the aluminium that's been absorbed from the atmosphere because they're spraying it in the ionosphere. If the ionosphere even exists, but that's all the concentrated aluminium basically was all in the tree sap, which is why the tree just burst into flame from the inside out. It was microwave technology that started those fires. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. It was microwave technology because that's the only thing that can explain why the trees burnt from the core.
Right.
Because the thing is, when they did the tests on the kids and stuff, kids in certain areas in America are showing really, really abnormally high levels of aluminium on their lungs, and in their blood.
Wow. Well, you see, that's the bit you can't get away from, right? Why is all of that showing up? I'm going to give a shout out to everyone else that's just joined in as well. Just had a couple of people saying hi in the chat room. Sean Becker, hello, my darling. Thanks so much for being here. Miss Chime, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm liking seeing a lot of ladies in the chat room today. Milo, my darling, massive shout out to you. Musicians for Truth, Emma Coombs, and who else have I missed? Ace McLeod. Nicely done. Rick D, Marvey. And I'm saying this because there's so much brilliant interactions going on. Nigel Barnett, nice to see you in the chat room as well. And who else have I missed? Hopefully, if I've missed you, I'm really sorry. Free-minded Effie, massive shout to you. Thanks so much for being in the chat room as well. I really appreciate every single one of you that's taken the time out to be with us here live just now. So often I go onto YouTube and I'm catching things on a playback because it's difficult. It's just difficult to get there at the time when people are live. So I can't thank you enough for being here right now with us. Go on, babes. Unmute. Hang on a minute. Shite.
So, it just went be all right. Yeah, the whole thing about chemtrails and all that sort of stuff is, I always think of Julian Assange and the smart duck, if anyone heard the story on the evil smart duck. And then I'm like, it's that whole thing of the, I hate saying this because people think it's weird, but the whole, I can't say that word, what Rich just said about aluminium.
Aluminium.
It's the whole thing with, you know, the thing that I show on my YouTube channel that is a bit whack. And then people go, I think it's the particles in your system. And I'm like, no. I see it's a good thing.
It's,
you know, the shiny.
The thing is, aluminium, right, wouldn't reflect rainbow colours.
This is what I'm saying.
Aluminium,
and I'm like, no.
But it would sparkle. But your sparkles are rainbow colour. They're different. So it's not. It's not
the rainbow.
Some of it could be barium or strontium. I'm joking.
But it comes out with I know this sounds whack to some people in the chat, probably haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, but I do, and I know some of you do. But it's the whole it shines more when I'm in a higher frequency. So
I'll tell you what kind of goes really, what basically, some days I sparkle and some days I don't.
But if there's an evil, ghost that Julian Assange said, where's the good one? There must be a good one.
Carry on chatting. I just need to do a couple of things in the background. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Yeah.
Right. But if you know, if it's coming from the atmosphere, if it's just the stuff that's coming down in the atmosphere, then why don't I sparkle every day? Why aren't we all sparkling?
Because I think you have to be on that frequency. I think.
No, what I'm saying is, if it is purely from the chemtrails, if it was purely from the chemtrails, covered, we'd all be experiencing it. We'd all say, "Oh yeah, well I'm sparkly too." It's not happening like that. Only some people are sparkling. Some people are sparkling more than others.
Yeah, sorry, it's just the adjustment bureau I was in again. Yeah, and I know people think people won't understand, but I know people have seen it, and it is rainbow coloured, and it's happening right now as I'm talking. So I always go back to that Michael Jackson video because I think that's so with the the dome and the rainbow, and he's chucking glitter out. I just find it.
Feel it.
Can you feel it? You know that video?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
So I'm like, I can see it, and I can feel it. But it just makes me think when Julian Assange said that, and then you've got like, well, someone was saying that, you know, Trump's starting to take over the chemtrails. Are they re-engineering, putting it back to clear the smart dusters, whatever it is, entities, that sort of, I don't know. I know some of you know what I'm talking about.
I don't buy this whole repairing the air with more chemicals, with different chemicals.
I do, cleaning it with something else.
No, see,
it's with our frequency.
No, but the thing is, chemicals fall out of the sky, right? They won't remain there. They'll fall out and they'll dissipate, which means they'll disappear and they'll be replaced with the natural thing.
I believe we transmute things because we are alchemy. We can transmute something. If we're in a frequency, we can transmute that.
We can. We don't need to be spraying more.
That's what I'm saying. We can transmute it.
Yeah, but we don't need to. But what I'm saying is, we don't need to be spraying more chemicals up.
No, I mean, it doesn't mean we are spraying, but there could be something that's just maybe clearing something. I think that's why it's been raining a lot. Water's a cleanser. Has to cleanse, purify. People are, oh, it's raining a lot. If it's cleansing, rain.
I'm really firmly in the camp of stop messing with something that we're not meant to mess with. Right? Let the earth cleanse itself.
But that's what I'm saying.
Let it heal itself and stop interfering with it.
I believe there's some stuff going on that the mainstream media aren't reporting on because it's natural for Mother Earth, because she's cleansing herself, because we're all doing it. I know people might think this is mad in chat, but it is a spiritual warfare. So she's doing it. We're all bringing all this stuff up because we're trying to cleanse. So when people go, it's raining, my mum's always like, the weather's raining. I'm like, I don't care, because if it is, if she's cleansing herself, let her cleanse herself. But they are also putting stuff out there, trying to make out, oh, climate change, when we know that's rubbish. They're just, you know, putting the crap out there because you don't want us to see what's really going on.
You didn't see me wink then. I just came back on and I winked and then realised, oh yeah, I'm wearing sunnies.
Can you hear me?
No.
Are you taking the piss?
No. Yes. No.
And I would get suckered in as well, you know. Sorry. Yeah, I just had to multitask in the background there. We're getting ready to go on to Newport High Street to go and speak to some people out there for a couple of hours today. I'm got all my chargers with me, charging up my phone, and Jason's got his banners. We are just delegating the amount of things that we're going to carry from here to where we're doing the activism. As the parking that we've got is long-term parking, but it's about a 15-minute walk from the camper to where we're going. We've got quite a lot of stuff to carry. So I just needed to defunk my bag so it doesn't weigh 15 kilos because I've got to carry a couple bits and pieces. So yeah, I didn't mean to just drop out there and do that. I'm quite excited because the town centre, we've been in the town centre already and it's really quite busy. And we already had some conversations with people without actually having any banners or anything with us. We were just standing there having coffee, waiting for Ian. And people are actually mulling around, making small talk with each other. Oh, hello, good morning, how are you? Oh, it's nice. What are you doing here? You here for holiday? Do you want the answer?
It's, do you know, it's because it's not London, babe. That's why.
Do you know what? We inadvertently did it this morning, right? We pulled into a car park and Jason's parking up the car and this guy is running across the car park going, oi, oi! You couldn't make this up. Oi! Stop! Right, and I thought, wow, Jason's going to hit something. Stop the van, Jace. Stop the van. And the guy's gone, stop! And Jason stopped the van. And he's gone, stop right there. And I've walked around the side and I've gone, what's wrong? And he's gone, oh, wait a minute. That's not my camper van. Oh, I promise you, that's what the guy said. There's a there's a logo at the front of the camper that on his one, he's got the same one. And he just didn't see the bottom. His one's a Fiat, this one's a Ford. And he was like, oh, you look like my son's partner. And I was quite confused because my son's in the house and I just didn't really know what was going on there. And I just thought my camper van was being stolen. And we just went, oh. And Jason's got Globe Lie on his top. And he literally, as he was looking at Jason's top, he was like, oh, that's really nice. You know, I've got a camper too. Are you here camping? And he just looked at Jason's top. And Jason went, in a way, you could look at it like we're camping. And then he got royally ball taken. Poor thing. Didn't see it coming. He was very recipient.
Did he pick up his keys and storm off?
No, he didn't actually. He didn't. Did you like that? Did you? I've got to play it. I've got to play it for everyone. Bollocks! Do you know he just said bollocks and walked off? If you haven't already heard this, guys, I'm going to play it for you now. I'm going to bring you up nice and closely. I'm going to go on my Instagram, and if you haven't already done so, maybe have a look at the old Instagrams, and I'm going to play this now in class.
I studied physics.
Sorry. Hold on.
Well, it was just maths. And I figured that if water must perform to the exterior of a ball right round there, what's pulling all this in and the same gravity, well, I think you should have that's but where is that? So where is it? I want to bring from the distance. Density and weight along with electromagnetism.
Look at that bollocks. That was a clip from yesterday on day 2 at Bridgewater. Like, if you all were able to see that, is it breaking up? Oh, can someone else play it for me? Double, can you play this so I can stream? Could you play that for everyone? Oh no, Dolly, can you? Have you got another device, dolls? You know the video of Jason with the guy that spazzes out. Can you play it? If you can be asked. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're still on mute, babe.
Dolly.
Can't hear, babe. Can't hear you. She's like, that's the whole point, guys.
I'm just getting stressed for this one because I'm just getting messages that it's later and later now, and it's later, so it's my weekend. So I might as well just not have one. I don't know.
Right. Do you know the worst thing? I don't know if it's my imagination and I'm just lucky, or I truly am actually psychic.
Go on.
Well,
how are you psychic? Come on, explain.
Because I knew that the situation with Finn was going to happen.
No, it's all good. Listen, I'm in mummy mode like 90% of the time. Kids are always going to be kids. That's why they say don't work with kids and animals, because kids are predominantly noisy. You know, it should be in a WhatsApp conversation, or just go to my Instagram. It's on my Instagram.
Oh yeah,
that video is of Jason with that guy that spazzes out and walks off. It's hysterical.
Did you send it in
WhatsApp? Yeah.
The really woke one or yours?
Huh? The woke one. The woke one. The woke one.
See how tired I am. I'm like, I can't see nothing.
Oh, bless you.
Well, it's hard when you're trying to be Wonder Woman, isn't it? But what can you say?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Well, that's a joke, people, by the way.
Yes. Dolly's our Wonder Woman.
We're all Wonder Women and Wonder Men. I can't. What? It was here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it.
Awesome, darling. Oh, you're a nice one. Yeah.
And I figured that if autumn, well, it was just maths. And I figured that if autumn perform to the exterior of a ball right round there, what's pulling all this in and the same gravity? But I think you should have some evidence of that, some proof. But where is that?
Watch the guy.
Like, where is it? I want the proof. I'm in the dogs. Well, density and buoyancy along with electromagnetism.
Oh crap! Oh, crap. Mute Dolly, mute Dolly. But that is the clip we were talking about, guys. The guy literally dropped his keys in front of Jason, and he went, "What do you call that?" And Jason went, "Well, relative density, buoyancy. It's not gravity." And the guy just went, "Bollocks!" and walked off. Class. That, and I say class because that just shows you how skitzed out people get on this subject. They don't want to.
It just shows you how brainwashed. Prove gravity to me. Oh, gravity.
But we were like that once, though. Once upon a time, we thought that was gravity. So, what was the onion layers that you peeled back when you let go? How did you let go of gravity? How did you let go of gravity? Chat room. How did you let go of gravity? For me, space. It was the moon landings. That was the way I went around it was, if we didn't go to the moon and outer space isn't real, then we wouldn't be floating off into anything. So that started me on the tangent of there could be questions about gravity, and now here I am going.
It was.
It is. Red Eye Jedi said it. Gravity is possibly. Sorry, we had to play that clip with you, Jace. That was priceless.
What was that?
Bollocks. We might just call it the bollocks clip. But it is one of the biggest triggers. It really is. All lies trigger me.
And I just think of water intensity. That's heavy. Sinks. That's
really
floats, living waters.
When I hear somebody give me a programmed response, it triggers me when I can't. When they
program responses. Let's get on to program responses. I had an amazing email the other day from a lovely guy called Tim. And Tim, he's got questions, guys. Okay. So I was like, let's all just deal with this once and for all, shall we? Okay, let's get Timothy's first message. Okay, Timothy, where are you? There we go. Timothy has some things to say. So that's an awesome email here. I won't give out the person's email address, obviously, but there's a nice long email here, guys. We need to get to the bottom of this, okay? Observation, measurements, experiment, calculation, and real-world travel all confirm the globe while failing to support a flat Earth. Okay, right. So I want to go first, guys. All right, you'll all get your own chance, right? I'll just say that again. Observations, measurements, experiments, calculations, and real-world travel all confirm the globe while failing to support the flat Earth. Right, so here's my problem with that first statement. Yeah, no, they don't confirm the globe, and I don't need them to support a flat Earth model, because all observations, measurements, experiments, calculations, and real-world travel all confirm the fact to me the globe and what we're taught is a lie. So that's my first response to that. Double, do you want to go next? What is your response to real-world travel all confirm the globe while failing to support? And I have to say this because failing to support the globe lie, actually no. So I can't agree with that. I can't. You know, for me, all real-world experiences, observations I've done don't support the globe. They show me the globe's a lie. However, I haven't explored the room. There's this thing called the Antarctic Treaty. There's this thing called altitude and restrictions, like 40,000 feet. Like commercially, we're not going to fly that high again, innit? We're not flying over 40,000 feet commercially again. Everyone needs to accept that and understand that that is the case, and maybe start putting their energy into questioning why that is. Why is everyone flying over 40,000 feet anymore? Why is that? Why is 40,000 feet classified?
Can I hello?
Go on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can butt in. Sorry. Innit? I know, Martin. Innit? Do you know what I mean? Oh, trigger. You know, that's what happens when I get into trigger mode. London Rocks comes out. It's bad.
Okay. They're very, very, very clear and very definite about their model of the globe. That's 25,000 miles circumference. They're very definite about how they portray the globe to us as being a globe which is spherical. That means that there is a law of curvature which they've given us and when you put it in, you say what's NASA's law of curvature, and you get it, and it's 8 inches per mile squared, blah blah blah, all of that crap, right? So if that's real,
big up deep inside the rabbit hole. Look, deep inside the rabbit hole is literally saying what we're getting at. Look, what's better when a globe head becomes a flat earther? Answer: when the globe's best proof becomes flat earth proof, as in when the globe's best proof becomes confirmation that the globe's a freaking lie. Yeah. I fully rate that. Massive shout out to deep inside the rabbit hole. In fact, I've got something to show here. David.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, David. I've got something here. Take a little look at that. Have a little leak.
Let me finish what I was saying.
Yeah, go on. You carry on talking. Meanwhile, I show.
To Timothy. Timothy, mate, if the globe was real, right, then all of these equations and everything that they gave us would reflect that, which would mean that where I'm sat on my roof, I would never, ever, ever be able to see the amount of Gran Canaria that I can see. If I would be able to see any of it at all, I might be able to see the tops of the mountains, not the entire island, plus a little mountain that's less than like 200 meters tall near the back of the island. To my perspective, that would be impossible to see. The islands of La Palma and El Hierro, which are 125 kilometers away, would be impossible to see at any time of day, anytime, anywhere, from any part of the island. Maybe if you went up onto the top of Teide, maybe you'd see the tops of the mountains or something if we lived on a globe, right, of the dimensions that they tell us. You can see, like, it's difficult because of the distance. You can't make out details, but you can see that you can see the whole island. On a clear day, you can see the whole island that you shouldn't be able to see, right down to the coastline. If you had a powerful enough telescope, you'd be able to see the fucking coastline and the beach. Sorry about my language. The coastline and the beach of La Palma, which is 125 kilometers away, which would be impossible if what they were telling us was true, right? Because it's possible, that means ipso facto, or whatever that try and sound intelligent saying is, they're lying. They're lying about the dimensions of the earth. They're lying about, if they're lying about the dimensions of the earth, that means they're lying about the shape of the earth. That's all we're telling you. We're not telling you it's a flat earth. We're telling you it's observably flat. It looks like it's flat, and I'll tell you what, it damn sure seems flat, and it seems like it's not moving. And all the experiments that have been done prove that it's not moving. Michelson and Morley, or whatever it is. So everything that they've presented to us proved, and you look at the NASA documents, for God's sake, or the Air Force documents and stuff, but they're quoting all the time that Earth is a flat and stationary plane. When you're flying an aeroplane, you have to treat the Earth as if it's a flat and stationary plane. Do you not think that's because it is a flat and stationary plane? We don't know how long this plane goes on for. I don't know if there's a wall around it. I don't know if there's other continents outside. All I know is that everywhere that we inhabit is flat, and there's water between all those areas, and it's impossible for water to stick to a ball. It's impossible. Gravity is, when you actually put your brain to it, you realize how ridiculous gravity is, the whole idea of gravity. Yeah, gravity will keep you stuck to the ball just enough to keep you stuck there. The gravity's just enough to keep us standing upright and able to walk and do all the things that we can do. Even if you're really athletic and a bit gymnastic, you can jump up in the air and beat gravity. But it's that strong that it's holding the moon there. The moon's never going to move because it's held in place by gravity. Piss off. Grow a brain. Use some critical thinking. Because when you think about it critically, when you look at the theory of Einstein's theory of relativity. All he did to make that theory work, all he did to make that theory work was say, oh, I know, it works if I say that the ether is not real. We can't prove it. The ether. That's all he did was say that the ether isn't real. Except there's quite a lot of evidence to prove that the ether is real. So
true this. Do you know, I've got an idea, right? I've got an idea. I'm wondering, you don't actually need me now to carry this stream on, but unless one of you sends me the link for this stream, yeah,
right,
I need this stream sent to me via.
Can't you just use
No, not from my computer. I can't. Can you WhatsApp me the link for this stream?
Am I not putting my little?
Can you copy and paste it out of Skype and put it into WhatsApp? Yeah,
Done.
And WhatsApp me it, yeah, nicely. Right. So what I see, I can come out of this stream, shut my laptop down, and you lot can carry on going. I don't need to end this broadcast until I click end broadcast, right? So what I'm thinking of doing is so that so that you guys can be with me. Instead of me bussing a different stream to go live on the streets, I'm just going to come back into the Really Woke show from the streets of Isle of Wight from my phone. If this works, we have smashed it, guys. We've smashed it big time. But I'm going to leave it on this camera view, and then I don't know how long we can have this stream for, but we'll just see what happens, innit? We'll just go with the flow. But that way, you guys can be out on the streets with me.
And just in case,
and obviously that link's active, Dolly, so you can come out and come in. We can all come out and come in. That link will still be in Skype, isn't it?
What happens if you shut your computer down, though? Will it still?
No, bro, it doesn't make a difference. I've got to come back on here to end the broadcast. This is what I like about StreamYard. It's nice like that.
Okay.
So thank you, Ricardo, and thank you everybody so far in the chat room. Massive shout out to all 64 of you that I can see that are watching. Mr. Rax, lovely to see you in the chat room as well, bruv. Lovely to see you. And I can't see any trolls so far. I can just see Jin CBR all the way over there in Japan. Thank you so much for being in the chat room as well. Flat Earth Trav, deep inside the rabbit hole. I've got your cards on me. They've gone in my bag now. They're getting, that's just a small selection I've got from my pocket, but we've got more. And I've given out a few of these already, actually, David. So these are nice. Thank you for letting us have these. We've got a good load of them, so we're handing them out. And what else? What was I going to say? I don't want to forget. But no, hopefully I'll be back in from my device. And thank you, Arwin. That means a lot. It's a great hangout as far as Arwin's concerned. So, yeah, Jason should be streaming live as well. Hopefully I'll get a good connection. So in a second, I'm just going to come out and then I'm going to click in.
That's cool. Me and Dolly can resume our
I'm obviously going to do it before I walk away from my laptop.
I've not been asked yet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So bear with me a second, yeah, and I will be. Yeah, you two just carry on amongst yourselves, isn't it?
What now?
Okay. Yeah. Right now, I'm going to see if I can come in. Right now. So yeah.
Yeah. You need to
just carry on chatting away.
You need to come in first. So, Dol, can you remember what we were talking about? That we said, that I said, oh yeah, we need to talk about this.
Well, yeah, but I just want to put my 2p piece on and why my thing on the flat earth thing.
Yeah, yes. Sorry, go on.
Or have I just disappeared?
You haven't.
I have on the computer.
Oh, you're on mine.
How's that working? I'm not even on the thing.
I don't know. I can see.
It says you're entering a broadcast studio. I'm not even. What? Hang on, I'm confused. Right, I'm back there again, but I wasn't. But I was on there. That's weird. And now I'm echoing. Why am I echoing? Why is there two of me?
Oh, it's because I'll tell you.
What's going on?
I don't know. It might have something to do with Rock because Roxanne's trying to.
No, it's nothing to do with that. Dolly, you just gone back into the stream again, innit? You don't need to. Are you
I
still
came
echoing?
out. Touch
Yeah,
anything.
are you still echoing?
Yeah.
You are? All right, just completely hang up and come back in again, yeah? It's all right, babes. We'll sort it out. That's why I said I'm going to do this before I go anywhere. I'm all right, though. Look, I've got it here. Look, it's here. It's here.
I'll just do a little dance.
Let's see how this goes. We'll see how this goes.
See, the trouble is I can't see any chat, so I can't talk to people. Right.
No, that's the only thing that is concerning me. So I'm going to see how this goes.
I've got my iPad.
Let me just mute this for a second. Just hold 1 second.
Let me just see if my iPad's charged up yet.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Right, need someone to put this fucking thing. Right. Boom. Okay. So now with a bit of luck, I should be able to do. I need Dolly to get back in the stream. Can you hear me, Double?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just need Dolly to come back in the stream. There she is there. Right. Once she's in the stream, I can come out.
2 of you now.
Move this. Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry, darling.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. We're going to get back
I'm
to
half asleep. Confused.
Now, can you see me now?
Yeah.
I can see you. There's 2 of you.
I need to remove that Roxanne from the stream.
She's in another dimension. She's in She's in 2 at the minute.
Or maybe.
Yeah, there is something we were going to talk about, Rich. I don't know what it was.
Hold on.
Finn?
Hold on. I just need to remove me from the stream. Okay. Unfortunately, audio was removed. I just said the thing. Cool. All right, so that should just be the 3 of us now. Can everyone in the chat room still hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah? All right, Dolly, I'm afraid you're going to have to handle the chat from one of your other devices now. So long as I'm in the Really Woke show, I'm unfortunately... Hold on.
I won't even be looking at chat that much. No, I'm going to get distracted by both.
Okay, so maybe what we should do...
They can just handle themselves.
If you want to... Yeah, this is not going to work on my phone because I'm on the browser. I'm on the browser and it's not working properly for me hosting it like this. Hold on. I'm just trying to close some other things down on my phone to see if it's going to help.
Yeah, you can't host from your phone though. You can only host from that's the thing.
Exactly. So look what I'm going to do now. Should I do this? This is like a risk, man. All right, chat room. Let's ask the chat room. Would you prefer to watch me out on the streets as part of the Really Woke show like this? Yeah, and communicate in the chat room, and hopefully myself, Dolly, and Double will be able to pick up the chat room at some point. Or would you prefer me to come out of this stream altogether, but leave Dolly and Double, because I could probably have 2 different live streams at the same time anyway. This one's on StreamYard, so if you want, we can. Or why don't we come back for some more Really Woke show later on in the afternoon when Dolly's got no little legs and I've finished my activism. Let's do that. Are you down for that, Dolly? Just give us a thumbs up. How about we come back later on when
I'm just so distracted.
How about we come back later on when Little Legs is gone?
Yeah, if I've totally not fell asleep or something.
Yeah? All right, so chat room, if you just bear with me, I'll be live in a second from my channel, and then the Really Woke show, whether Dolly's asleep or not, we'll be back later on, yeah? So massive shout out to you all 62 of you that are watching. Just stay tuned for the notification and I'll be back live in a second, yeah? Yeah? Dolly? Double? Cool. Yeah? Everyone? Cool? All right, my darlings. All right,
guys.
All righties.